guys that's going back to the accommodation thinking, well, you passed, but I thought you'd failed. I definitely thought you failed. Which group am I in? So when we came back into the lecture hall, that group had disappeared and gone. And the Sergeant Major said, right, you lot haven't passed. Well, you can imagine everybody just sinks down, the body language is just like that. And then he gave it about probably 2 or 3 seconds and he went, not quite yet anyway, to our relief. So the next phase is combat survival. And combat survival is where we're going to teach the guys how to, all the things they need to survive out in the wilds. Trouble is, on selection, now you might only have anything from 5 to 15 men running. And we don't have enough men to run this exercise. So the regiment, being the regiment, pull off a great coup by offering this course to the rest of the British Army to send their motivated troops down to us. And it's a difficult course to complete, so we know regiments will send their best soldiers down to us. The reason we do this is because we're going to integrate them with the guys that's on SAS selection. They're going to make friends. And we know that it's a way of poaching soldiers from other regiments. Because the guys that's running on SAS selection will say to these guys, oh, you should come on selection and everything else you'll be fine. And I'll tell you, 90% of the guys that do combat survival turn up the following year to do selection. So it's a means to an end. Right, so selection, combat survival. We have an area outside Hereford on a country estate, which is a private area. Nobody can see what we're doing to the students. It's an excellent place to sunbathe topless as well. But anyway, so nobody can see what we do to them. We get them there and we teach them all the basics of how to make a shelter, how to find water, purification, fires, trapping animals, skinning them, cooking them, clothing, how to break into houses and cars, and everything you need to know if you're on the run. And this goes over a period of 3 weeks. Now, the guys are on the ground all the time. So again, they're getting worn down and tired throughout this period of the 3 weeks. If it's raining and they haven't made a great shelter, they're going to get wet. We'll give them a live chicken, a rabbit, some vegetables now and then to cook, and a couple of tins. We also tell them and encourage them to hide things on the body. We bring some experts in, and usually they're actually old jailbirds who show the guys where to hide, and it's usually money on their person. And you can imagine there's only a few places you can hide it. It's usually dark. And as an instructor, you always encourage the guys to hide paper money, because we tell them if we find it, we're going to keep it. So obviously we don't want any coins. We want everything which is going to go to the instructor's fund. And I can remember there, we had, me and my friend Dick, we were the 2 SES students, and we had 3 guys from outside the army. So we said to this, listen to this lad, the only way we're going to get away with this is to swallow a £5 note in a condom. And I thought, there's no way I'm doing that. And Dick was thinking, yeah, I don't fancy doing it either. So I said, this guy here that was running, he was quite a greedy guy, he had a healthy appetite. So I knew they were going to give us a chicken and some potatoes as the last meal before the exercise started. So I said to him, how about you do it? Because if we get caught doing it, we'll be kicked off selection. You've got nothing to lose. Plus the fact, as a bonus, you get the chicken and all the veggies to eat. He thought I'd do a deal. I just wanted to see that fiver rather quickly. So he then said, yeah, okay. So he swallowed the fiver, had the chicken and the vegetables, and ate all of them as well, without offering any of the food around. Now, what happens is then, you're taken back into Hereford, and you're processed in the gym. The size of this room square. And as a young soldier, I remember coming in, and you're told to strip off on this side. Over here is these old uniforms from the Second World War, like battlefield, like blouses, and hairy trousers, and a greatcoat. But over there, you've got about 5 guys standing at the back. And I didn't really pay much attention to them until one of them said, bend over. And then you're looking, and then your attention's drawn to the size of their fingers. And I'll tell you, I guarantee there'll be 5 guys there. One will have fingers like cucumbers, and then he's got nobody queuing up by him, and the rest is like normal. I mean, I can remember standing in the queue, and he was next, and he said next, and I kicked my head down. I thought, I'm not going to give him. Just ignore it. So anyway, they bend you over and give you a good speech. And apparently, it's all right as long as you don't jump back. But So you search properly, and then you put into this uniform, and then you take it back out to the training area. And then the next thing that we do may sound brutal, but we have a reason for it. We take the patrol then down into a barn, and we tell them the transport's going to pick them up at this point and take them onto the exercise site. Well, whilst they're waiting, we've got a hunter force, which is usually the paras or the marines or an infantry unit, and we pick about 15 of the biggest guys in this unit. Prior to releasing the guys on the exercise, these guys come down and give the students a good high pay. And the reason we do it is to motivate them for this exercise. We don't want any broken bones for the race. We want them to have a damn good hiding. Now, it's very difficult to get a soldier to be motivated or to